Good morning, SABC church family. Great to have you with us this morning, and also others that are watching online. We're in our new normal as a church, and we're in lockdown, and it's time apart, and yet we're together by this means. It's from our lounge to your lounge. Hey folks, I want to just share a couple of good news stories with you this morning. I think a real shout out to Michael McFadden. Michael had the good sense on the first day we were streaming church to buy a crunchy bar for his wife Adele and give it to her in the midst of the church service. So good on you, Michael. And there's been lots of creative communication ideas that have been shared with me over this time. But I just want to highlight what Bruce and Brenda Rattray are doing and part of in their street, which is a cul-de-sac. And they said that they've arranged with all their neighbours, and at a certain time of the day, wet or fine, they all pick up their camping chairs and go out onto the berm out on the street. So they're a long way apart from each other, and they take a drink, a cup of coffee or other drink that they have, and they have a time of catching up. And it's so good they're there wet or fine. I also want to share a story from Mark Headley. And Mark said that he received just this week an email from someone that had been to the healing rooms and had been struggling with the idea that his house was haunted and he was seeing things at night and he was just living under fear. So the team prayed for him, and he was so encountered by God that even though he'd been prayed for, he didn't leave. He just stayed till the end of the day. And in fact, they had to say, "We're packing up and we've got to go now," at the end. And this email came of thanks, and he says, in that period in 2018, I thought I was going mad. I was always tired, I was drained, I was overburdened, and I carried such a negative attitude. But since then, the energy has returned. I'm back to my old self. I've got peace. My faith has been restored. I'm back in church, and I've got 2 Bibles. One of them's for home, and the other one's for work. How about that, eh? Just the power of God to change someone's life. Well, a couple of things that are happening this week, church. We've got a prayer meeting on Thursday evening. It's the night before Easter, part of Easter, 7 p.m. It'll be a Zoom meeting, and Robert Norris will be sending out a link to it. We'd love it if you would join us by being part of that. And then for Easter, we're having a Good Friday service, and I'm going to be sharing communion with you. So make sure you have some bread and some crackers and some juice or some wine or some water so that we can take communion together. And then, of course, there's the Sunday service also. Make sure you're part of that. So this morning, enjoy the worship selection that Katie has prayerfully selected for us. And then Anna and Judith Button are going to be sharing a very relevant message for us in lockdown. It's a message on grief, exploring grief. So enjoy the rest of church this morning, folks. God bless.